live, dearie me. Woo! I just had a red hot. I still got some of the Thai curry here, but dearie me, that was spicy, son. That was spicy. But we are on. Sorry for that complete, absolute shambolic of a start. Hey guys, how you going? So now BK Sports. So my face is just burning up right now. Dearie me, that was spicy. But today, guys, we've got two games. And this is the start of the day with the Penrith Panthers taking on the Newcastle Knights at Carrington Park in Bathurst. Yes, this is not obviously in Penrith. That stadium's being rebuilt right now. Not in Combank. It is out in the bush in Bathurst. So this is going to be a nice little interesting one here because the Panthers do usually travel out to Bathurst, I think, at least once a year. I think the Bathurst game was one a couple of years ago when the Panthers played the Tigers, and the Tigers got a miraculous win in the most torrential, wet conditions you've seen in a very long time. So, you know, the Panthers aren't shy to play out here in the West, but let's see how this one goes today against the Newcastle Knights team that should fancy their chances in a game where all the Panthers players are out. I'm sorry, but Knights, you have no excuses here. Like, you have been... And there are multiple teams that I could add this to, but you have been probably the worst team to watch this season. Like, excitement-wise, you just don't score tries, but today you should have every ability to. And if you lose this one, it tells you a great deal, a phenomenal deal about kind of where you're situated for the rest of the season, because the Panthers, they've got half their literal team out. But let's get into the two team lineups here for today's game. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Sorry about the shambolic start. Again, I didn't realise how hot that curry was. The soup. Sorry, it's not curry. It's a spicy Thai soup, which I have only gotten through half, and it was just whopper. It was just a whomper. It was absolutely whomper. But yeah, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So the Panthers here, they come into this game from 15th position. The Knights come into this game. No, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. This wasn't updated from yesterday. The Knights come into this game from 17th position, which is last, and the Panthers come in from 16th position, which is second last. Who would have thought, coming into this season, the Panthers, who are coming off 4 premierships in a row, would be in second last come round 12. The Knights down this bottom area of the table isn't necessarily a great deal of a surprise, but the Panthers, obviously coming off 4 straight premierships, is a massive surprise to be this low. We expect a bit of a drop-off. This much of a drop-off, though, I don't know, but it's obviously a very clear off year for them. Now, yeah, there's no point going through recent records. I guess you can look at recent records for the Knights, but they're still without a couple of players too. There's not really too much point going through recent records because of the amount of players who are out. But let's get into the ins and outs here. Panthers, Casey McLean, Dane Laurie, Harrison Hassett, Jack Cole, Jesse McLean, Matty Eisenhuth, and Preston Ricky. They're all in. With the outs being Brian To'o, Dylan Edwards, Isaiah Yeo, Isaiah Papali'i, Liam Martin, Luke Garner, and also Nathan Cleary. They are the outs, so pretty much their entire team. Their fullback is Dane Laurie, with the wingers being Paul Alamotti and Jesse McLean. Centres are Casey McLean and Thomas Jenkins. You go to the 5'8", which is Blaze Talungi, the halfback being Brad Schneider. You go to the props of Moses Leota and Matty Eisenhuth, with Mitch Kenny as the captain and number 9. Go to the back row of Isaac Tango and Liam Henry. Let me just make sure. I just wanted to make sure that was on the right stream here rather than on that Rooster Shark stream. And the 13 is Lindsay Smith. You go to the interchange of Preston Ricky, Luke Summerton, Luron Patea, and Harrison Hassett, with the 18th man of placement being Jack Cole and the coach Ivan Cleary. This Panthers team has literally got to Origin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players out due to Origin because Papali'i wouldn't be Origin, and also Garner is not as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players out for Origin. That's going to be a tough one. And look, they are going out to Bathurst, where I don't know if it's a massive... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go on to Rugby League Report. I'm going to go on to... is it Rugby League Report? What is it called? What is that website? Rugby League Stats. What's the one? I want to see how many games they've won here in... Rugby League Project, sorry, not report. RugbyLeagueProject.com. And then I want to go to teams... And then I want to go to Panthers here. Where are the Panthers? Where are they? Oh, I'm still scrolling. Okay, what's this? This is going through Australian representative. Damn, why is it so hard to find? All right, Penrith Panthers. And then we're going to go to venues. All right, so now we've got to find, what's the stadium name? It's Carrington Park. So at Carrington Park, they have played 13 games, they've won 8 of them, they've lost 4 of them, and they've drawn 1. So they have a pretty good record here. They have a solid record in Carrington Park, and that is an important one to take. However, again, this is going to be a tough one with all their players out. But they're still, you know, actually, I was about to say, like, they're still able to win these games, and they've usually done pretty well still during the Origin period. However, or not even when the Origin period's on. So when there's like Nathan Cleary out or whatnot, they've been able to pull through, but that's usually because Jerome Luai's there. Origin, Jerome Luai would normally be out as well, but this year he's not. He's obviously playing for the Tigers, and he's not in Origin alongside Moses and also Nathan Cleary. But the point matter is that usually it'd be one of the two kind of bringing them along. So they've got a lot to rely upon the shoulders of the young Blaze Talungi and also Brad Schneider, who's fine, but just hasn't really been able to kick on with his career. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Panthers run out today. Now the ins here for the Knights, Jack Cogger, Kyle McCarthy, and Matthew Arthur, with the outs being Jack Hetherington, Jacob Saifidi, and also Kalen Ponga. That is a huge out there for Kalen Ponga. And also in Saifidi, where the Knights need to really chug along through these forwards because their back line is very, it's not as good defensively as it started out this season, but there's definitely not much attack going there. So if the Knights are going to score, they're going to have to rely upon their forwards to get them in a position and then just kind of fall over the line because their situation in Newcastle has been dreadful so far this season. Fletcher Sharp moves to the fullback position, with the wingers being James Schiller and Fletcher Hunt. The centres are Dane Gagai, who is the captain, and Kyle McCarthy. 5'8" is Tyson Gamble, with the halfback being Jack Cogger. You go to the props with Tyson Frizzell and Brodie Jones. Number 9 is Phoenix Crossland, with the back row Dylan Lucas and Kai Pearce-Paul. 13 is Adam Elliott. Interchange-wise, Jaden Brayley, Matt Croker, Thomas Cant, and Paul Bryan. 18th man replacement is Matthew Arthur, and Adam O'Brien is the coach. Not that I believe that he necessarily should be. But overall, this Knights team, you have no excuses here today. You know what? I'm going to back you. I'm going to say the Knights get an upset here. And that's not necessarily... I know the Panthers are going to be favourites, and honestly, justifiably so, considering what the Knights have been doing so far this season. Away from... Actually, let's have a look here. So the Knights away from home this season have won 2 games and lost 3. They've actually won more games away than they have at home, mind you. They've won 2 games and lost 3, whilst, look, the Panthers at home are 2-3 as well. This isn't really their home, so let's go to their away record, and they're 1-3 away from home. This is actually in the last 5, is it? That's in the last 5. Jeez, I'm all over the shop. That's in the last 5 anyway. No, hold on. 4, 9. Anyway, I don't know. Point matter is because that would end the bye as well. So both teams here just are dreadful. That's why they're 16th and 17th. I don't even know why I mentioned that, to be fair. I'm going to say that the upset happens. I'm going to say the Knights win. But they've been so poor this season, I just don't know how to read this game. There's a reason why both these two teams are in last and second last. But let's get to the ladder here. And let's see kind of if there's much movement to be made. Now, whoever loses this game will actually go into last position. So the Knights are on 17th with 8 points to their name and minus 74 points differential, which is dreadful. Now, if they lose this game, obviously, they will stay in 17th position. If they win this game, they will jump above the Panthers, and they will also jump above the Titans. They will also jump above the Eels, but they have to win by about 30 points to go above the Roosters. But the Roosters do play the Sharks later on today, so that might change. But if they want to go above the Roosters before their game, they'd have to win by 30 points to go into 13th. Don't even bother looking at the Dolphins with their plus 42. So the Knights, realistically, by the end of the weekend, if they win this game, they will probably be in 14th position. The Panthers, on the other hand, if they lose this game, as I said, they will go into last position with their 9 points. Their points differential doesn't really mean shit because they're on the uneven points because of their draw with the Cowboys. But if the Panthers win this game, they can jump a few teams. So they jump the Titans, they jump the Eels, they jump the Roosters, and also they jump the Dolphins for the time being. The Dolphins have to bye, so that is for the rest of the round 2. And then it would just come down to what the Roosters do against the Sharks. If the Roosters were to lose, then the Panthers would finish off the round in 12th position. If the Roosters would win, then the Panthers would finish off the round in 13th position. So, yeah, look, a lot to play for here in regards to not being in last position. Whoever loses this game is guaranteed in last position by the end of the round. Nothing can change, and they will be all by themselves down there too, because the Knights on 8 points are the only team on 8, and the Panthers are the only team on 9. So whoever wins, they're just on the edge of the bottom 4 or just outside of the bottom 4. But whoever loses is dead smack last on Mondos. But there you go, guys. That's a little tell of tape here for today's game. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Let's move this bad boy across here. See what the chat's saying. Then, tomorrow's a big game. Tomorrow's a big game between the Raiders and the Warriors. The Raiders and the Warriors. Roosters Sharks is a good one too. Give me 1 second here. Roosters Sharks is a big one as well, to be fair, because if the Sharks want to really prove themselves, then they have to go and win that game. Because the Roosters have a lot of players out with Origin. Sharks don't, so they should be winning that one later on today. Dasmate says, Knights 13 plus been going there every year since 2014. Oh, the Panthers been going there every year since 2014. There you go. Joseph says, my New Zealand Warriors still running strong. Yep, we'll talk about them tomorrow. Their game is on tomorrow against the Canberra Raiders in a big one between two teams that have been definitely much over-exceeding expectations. Over-exceeding expectations this year. New Zealand ain't playing today. Let's establish that. It's always going to be hard to establish, Jay. It's going to be always a difficult one to establish. Musselman says, are the Knights favourites? No, I don't believe they are. I can't look at the odds. You need to let me know. I can't look at the odds here for today's game because I'm in Thailand, so it doesn't actually show me it. But I would assume the Panthers would be favourites. I would assume so. Like, the Panthers have been favourites pretty much every game this season, which has been so strange. It's just been so strange when you look at some of the lineups they've put out or the results and the form that they've had. It's definitely not been a season that you would expect the Panthers should have been favourites pretty much at any point except for maybe round 1 and round 2 and round 3 before we really establish that they're having a bit of a poor year. But yeah, every game they're pretty much just favourites at this point, so we'll see. Ryan Couple6 says Panthers being favourites is crazy to me. Yep, I've said this many times so far this season. Logan Borsak says 206 games of experience for the Panthers backline. Jeez. Yeah, this Panthers backline is not what you would normally expect, man. Dane Laurie, Paul Adamotti, Casey McLean, Thomas Jenkins, and Jesse McLean. That is, and this is what I'm saying. I think Knights are not guaranteed for the spoon because there's 3 other teams that you could name there right now. But the Knights are close to, well, they would be red hot favourites to win the spoon if they lose this game. They would be red hot favourites. Don't know why the camera here is showing some dude, tucking into a Pluto dog or a Dagwood dog, whatever you would call it, because he was putting that thing down on deep. Gee whiz. Sundo says $1.55, $2.45 Panthers faves. You see, why is it so significant? Like, why is it such a significant betting favoritism to the Panthers, who have 5 Origin players out, plus Papali'i and plus Luke Garner? They have 7 starters out. How are the Panthers favourites here? And if they win, the Knights have been so bad. They've been so bad that I can understand why they're still not favourites and the Panthers are favourites, but by that much is insane. With that being said, yes, the Knights are losing Caleb Ponga, and yes, they're losing Jacob Saifidi. I think Saifidi is relatively easy to sort that little hole out. But Ponga is the harsh one. But it's like Ponga's not really been in form himself recently. Like he's not really been in form himself since the first couple of rounds. So I don't know. I'm going the underdog here. I think that's the only play. I think that's the only bit of value here. And I'm not gambling. I don't gamble, but I just think that's the only valuable play. Ryan Crumple6 says, without all the stars, there's hardly anyone with experience to pull the young blokes through for a win. And that's the thing. Like, for the Knights, you realistically should be expecting that they can. They do have somebody. The Panthers, yeah, they don't have him. Mitch Kenny. Okay, so guys who are regulars would be, look, I'll say Paul Adamotti, and I'll say Dane Laurie, because he is a relative regular, based off the fact that he'll play the wing or go to the fullback when Edwards is out. Like, Laurie's played enough games to justify it. So, like, Laurie, Adamotti, then you'd probably go to, Schneider. No, I don't think so. Leota, yep. Mitch Kenny, yep. Eisenhuth, yep. Isaac Tungo in the back row is obviously a big old change there. Liam Henry moving into the back row as well, when normally he'd be front row, or bench. It's just such an odd team in the Panthers. Whilst the Knights, they do have a bit of experience there that should be able to get them up and at them, man. It really should. So I don't know. I'm tipping the underdog, man. I'm tipping the underdog, but this is so hard to predict. It's just impossible to predict. Logan Borsak says, if you were an NRL betting man, $2.45 underdog is a bargain. Well, there'd be no point betting on the $1.55 Panthers as favourites. There's literally no point. There's quite literally no point to it. What would be the point to it? Like, you put $100 on, you win $50. Congratulations, but you're probably going to be sweating bullets for the entirety of the game here. And also, for example, Manly Seagulls yesterday were like $1.45 favourites. They got absolutely dry humped up the field by the Parramatta Eels. So, the odds don't really make a great deal of sense. I tipped Manly, and I thought Manly would win that game, but that's the point, that this season is so up and down and all over the shop. Like, I genuinely nearly didn't stream this game. I was going to wait for the Roosters Sharks one and do a few other things, but I thought, you know what, we may as well, we'll crack on, and the game does start. So the Panthers kick it off into the Knights, and they'll bring this ball out from the in goal. I just really hope it's at least somewhat of a decent game, because I was very close to not doing it. Jade Morris says, I tipped Manly as well. I think most people would have tipped Manly. You know, without Mitchell Moses, the Eels are usually awful, but they pulled through yesterday, you know. Thank you, Jay, for the first time in history, letting me know about the scoreboard. Thank you, Jay. Refresh that little bad boy, and there we go. All right, that is going. Skid says, thanks for streaming this game. Don't thank me yet. Let's see if you actually enjoy the game, because if this ends up being like an absolute blowout of epic proportion to either team, I don't know how much you'll enjoy it. So the Knights now will get this ball out into the 35 and it'll be fit tackle. Tipping comp is in shambles. Everyone losing points left and right this year. Yeah, I've been doing pretty well in regards to just tipping underdogs for the sake of a lot of the time, and those ones coming through. I had a couple of early shots throughout the year that I had a gut feeling like this team would win, and they were massive underdogs, and there was a reason for them being massive underdogs, and then I didn't tip them because of that, and then that team ended up winning. So now I've kind of just removed, anytime I get a gut feeling, I'll usually just go with it. Mitchell says, can't wait to watch a Matty Eisenhuth masterclass. Yeah, no, it's going to be awesome. Nate J says, losing. Yeah, no, people everywhere, every social media, the losing is a very tough battle that this world faces. You know, people insult Australia about the Emu War. Well, I'm telling you right now, the more important war is the humankind existence of losing, the battle of losing and losing. And the Knights now will bring this ball out to the 11, first tackle. Dasmate says, I haven't got a Panthers game tipped right that wasn't draw since round 1. Really? Really? Have you tipped the Panthers pretty much every week? Huh? How have you not got a Panthers? Have you basically just been tipping the Panthers every week? Alright, so Hunt now will bring it out to the 20 on third tackle. So it's my pet hate. No, it's like Skunkle. You know, Skunkle, the little mother bish, who he doesn't turn up to the stream because he's playing some little buddy online video game. He's talking to me about his character. I'm like, man, I don't care. Skunkle, I don't care about your video. He messaged me this morning saying, I'm going to be busy with my character in some nerdy little game online. And I don't know why you tell me, because your game sucks. But then again, this game might suck too. Sharks Roosters probably won't, though. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. How are you all doing? Oh, we're going all right for now. We'll see. But the point I was making, Nathan, is that he always gets upset when people say Fafita over Fafita. Obviously, it's spelt F-I-F-I-T-A, but everyone spells it F-A-F-I-T-A. And that is the problem. Nate says, Jesus, he 12? He is, in fact, 12, mentally, for sure. For sure. Skunk will probably watch Auckland FC game. Mate, Skunk will not watching jack shit Auckland FC game. That guy is the biggest bandwagoner, and he's on the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are about to get knocked out of the NBA, so it's like, who's he going to jump on for the finals? He's going to say he was a die-hard, ride-hard, buddy Oklahoma City Thunder fan since the start, or maybe he'll jump on Indiana Pacers. You know, you never know with that guy. And with Auckland FC, like, sure, he's from Auckland, but he's a bandwagoner, that motherbish. He really is. He's not watching nothing. Sam's probably making homemade chili jam. To tell you what, this Thai curry was spicy, dude. Not curry, Thai soup. Oh my gosh, I had a spicy pork Thai soup, and it was just romper stomper from some little random side shop, like a family-run business kind of deal. Like, man, they got me good, mate. It was really tasty though. So 4th tackle. And 6 again. Here we go. Okay, Newcastle. Welcome to the party. 40 minutes out of the Panthers line. First attack and opportunity of the game. Dasmate says tip them, then didn't tip them against the Roosters or Bronchokes, and they won. But you know we're 12 rounds into the season, Daz. So besides round 1 where you tipped them against the Sharks, how have you gotten the next 9 rounds wrong? Because obviously inclusive of a bye somewhere. Knights nearly drop it, but they don't. 4th tackle here. This is your problem, though, Knights. You've got to score. This is your problem because you never seem to be able to score. But Fletcher sharp. Dasmate, get him over the line. Oh, he held it up, I reckon. Oh, I think he might have scored. I don't know. This is going to be close. He looks confident, man. So they're going to say, oh, she's going to call tribal in a sharp. She was going up to the bunker, and the touchy must have said try. And she's ultimately called try. So Fletcher, shut the big old Daz. You willed him over the line, mate. You willed him over the line, champion. Deary me, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Try time for the Knights. He just wrestles his way over and he puts the ball down over the line. Bing, bang, boom. And the Knights, they're up already. And this is what your problem has been all season, not being able to score. Well, you're able to score on your first attacking opportunity of the game here, so that is beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Exactly right, Brocky Sports. Try time, bing bong, mudda boosh. Bing bong, mudda boosh. They've only won 3 games, you Muppet. Yeah, exactly right, Daz. So you've got, okay, so they've won 1, right? They've won 1, which is the one you got right of the Panthers over the Sharks. Now, they've played 9 other games, Daz. They've played 9 other games through 11 rounds because they've had 1 bye. Right? So you got that Panthers one there. So you're telling me that you got the other 9 games wrong. Now, remove the draw, because so you've got the other 8 games wrong. Are you something here? What's something where? You understand English, sir? No hablas English, sir? It was 8 games there. So you're telling me you have incorrectly predicted the Panthers on 8 separate occasions this year. At the start of the year, I tipped them based off of name like every other Muppet did. I didn't tip nothing based off of Muppet. Don't put me in everything, Mr. Daz, mate. I didn't tip nothing. I tipped Rabbits over the Panthers when they won. I tipped multiple teams over the Panthers. Gee whiz, Daz. I tell you what, you got to start learning. You've been here how long now? You should be learning by now, Daz. You got to use that old noggin. That old noggin. And when you learn always never tip the Titans. Skid Me says, is it just me or does Kobe White kind of look like Taylor May? Yep, no, just you. Completely different looking people. So first tackle here at the 13. They're going to roll it to... Is that Cogger playing in the dummy there? Yeah. Second tackle here to the 20. Brenton has success. I got Knights 13 plus. It doesn't matter because you are a Knights fan. So, of course, you're going to tip the Knights 13 plus. Fletcher for a double and Gags for 1. Well, you've said that after Fletcher's already scored. So, you've actually just cheated a little bit here. You've cheated a little bit. Bit of a cheater over there, the Nova Castron. Bit of a cheater. So, Knights here, fit tackle at the 45. Good to see that they scored, though. Very good to see they scored. Jay says Panthers are Dad's second team. They must be. If he's got 1 tip right all season for the Panthers outside of the draw, it means he's tipped the Panthers on 8 separate occasions and he's lost all of them. He's a silly, silly, silly Muppet. He's a silly Muppet, that bloke. I tell you. This is why I question New South Wales education system. I question it all the time. Am I wrong to question the New South Wales education system? When you're tipping Panthers every week, Daz? Brent says I was late to the stream. No. You just waited to hear me say I tipped the Knights before this game. Which I did, Brenton. I did tip him. I did tip the upset. What are you on about, Skidder? Skidder said... Oh, yeah, no, he's Muppet. I don't know, it just came to my mind. Yeah, well, please don't come to your mind ever again. That's my one individual request. Did you? Wow, I did, Brenton. Yeah, ask the chat. Ask everyone. Ask Channel 9 News, because I'm sure they're aware. They're very aware, actually. I've never seen someone more aware in my life than Channel 9 in regards to who I tipped for this game. That was the Newcastle Knights. Good on you, mate. Thank you, mate. I appreciate your validation. I really did need it. Second tackle here at the 28. You should just be thankful that I'm actually even watching this game. Because I was this close to being like, I go for a swim. But no, I'm here. Forward tackle at the halfway point. How was the Thai boxing? Oh, dude, it was Ripper. Got some great footage too. Jakoga, good run at the 35. Fit tackle. Like, it was a great little novelty watching, like, this 4-year-olds kick the shit out of each other and just throw punches and stuff. Like, there was no technique, obviously. They're like 4 or 5 years old. But they were genuine. Oh, that's going to be obstruction. That's obstruction. That's a penalty. Yep, penalty to the Knights. Oh, Penrith. Oh, no. Oh, Dane Laurie, this is why you don't crack on number 1 normally. That is a penalty to the Knights, the 15, because of an obstruction. And it is true, he does cut in between with the 13 there. Deary me. Well, I'll tip the Knights to suck an egg. Oh, Daz, don't do this. I tip the Knights. You've tipped Panthers wrong every time, so that means Panthers probably win. But no, it's a great novelty watching the 4 and 5-year-olds, do their Muay Thai. But, dude, Well, there was a clean, like, spinning elbow knockout last night in the third fight or the fourth fight between, like, two 18, 19-year-olds. No, they were, like, 15, 16. Like, it was dubious whether he hit him like this or it was a clean elbow. Left hand side for the Knights. They're 5 metres out, his second tackle. Or if it was an elbow, but, dude, it was clean. And I cleaned up on the buddy with the people last night. Chakoga, 3 metres out from the line, third tackle. 10 minutes gone to the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Cross on short ball. Oh, Adam Elliott. 1 metre away from the line, fourth tackle. Phoenix Crossland now with the ball. He'll get it out. Short ball. Try time for Newcastle. And there. Oh no, they're going to say potentially no try here. What's Belinda Sharp calling here? And he looks pretty confident he scored here. Oh, confirming a double movement. I was going to say he definitely held the ball, but double movement is what they're calling here against Dylan Lucas. So he goes down and... No, that's a try. Yeah, that's a try. 10 nearly with the kick to come. Good one, Belinda Sharp. You're right there. You're right there. Dasma says drop that. You have no idea what you're talking about. So that is a TRY time. Newcastle, 10 nearly with the kick to come. Deary me. Well, I'm happy I went with the underdog right now. Brenton says, I'm not watching, just listening in. Oh, you're not watching the game? Well, you probably should choose to watch this game because the Knights are all over them at the moment. They're all over them, buddy. They've never been more over someone in their lives. Gary says, before this live game, Sky Sports showed the decider of last year's State of Origin match. You're lucky you don't get timed out. You're lucky you don't get timed out from reminding me of that piece of shit game. How dare you? You are lucky you don't get timed out into the end of oblivion for referring to Game 3 of last year. If you would like to refer to Game 3 of 2022, we can talk about that till the cows come home. Till the cows come home, and they're coming. They're coming. But they're not home yet. We're going to talk about that. We ain't talking about Game 3 last year, no. But favourite for every year is New South Wales, and that is their biggest detriment. So Dane Gagai here will make it another conversion successful, and it is 12-0. Nacho's good on you, Gaza. Don't encourage him. Do not encourage him. We don't encourage people around here when it comes to New South Wales because we try to help the Englishmen over here to understand that New South Wales, unfortunately, their education system is so dire that they will always be remembered for #1 in a row. Gary, is it possible, actually, as an Englishman here, non-biased Englishman, not a part of New South Wales, not a part of Queensland, non-biased, how many can you have in a row? Like, just a number. Like, how many as a minimum do you need to have in a row, Gary? That's all I'm asking. Just a quick little question here. Just a quick little question. Ryan Crupple6 says Queensland don't get Origin. Well, that's unfortunate considering we have more by a decent little marker as well. Like, a decent margin as well, Ryan. It's hard to say that Queensland don't get Origin when we've got the most trophies. Third tackle now at the 30 for the Knights. Up 12-0. What a red-hot start from them. And now, Bro Jones, the 44, fourth tackle. Larkin says, knowing Newcastle versus Titans, I wouldn't be getting too happy with the Knights right now. That's fair, but also 6 again for the Knights, and also this Panthers team has 7 starters out. 7. Tasman said, it's almost been 2 years since Queensland has scored a try at Suncorp. It's almost been 2 years since you've gotten a Panthers tip correct. So third tackle now, the 30. Third tackle, 30. 76% possession here to the Knights so far. 76%. Fourth tackle now at the 20. But that's been because they've just done well with the ball and scored, which gets them the ball back. Short ball! Knights going to score again! Oh! Right next to the post. It's 16-0 with a kick to come. It's 16-0 with a kick to come. Newcastle! Newcastle! Dear me, my boy Nilso from What's in the Castle might not be having to go to the old. Oh, jeez, I shouldn't have done that. Jeez, that's so spicy, man. Shit. Damn, dude. Oh, shit. There's still half a bowl there. It tastes so good, but it kills me. But the Knights, that's a double for Dylan Lucas already, by the way. So if you have him in fantasy, you're flying. Gary says in a row of what? Okay, so let's, for example, right? So Queensland, they won 8 in a row, right? New South Wales fans just want to clarify. So they won 8 in a row. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a row of 8, correct? Now I want you to tell me how many is a minimum that you can have in a row. What's the number as a minimum that you can have in a row? Just a simple question here, Gary. It's not like a trick question. It's a very simple mathematical equation here. We're not at rocket science class. Well, how many do you need to have in a row? So I'm asking. Why does it take us so long, Gary? What are we doing here? Is this showing the English education system right now? Like, I'm going to start defending New South Wales and insulting England in a second. What's going on? 3. Oh, my gosh, Gary. Oh, my gosh. You only need 2, mate. You only need 2. It's still in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2, Gary. It's still a row. You know, 1 is not a row. 2 is the start of the row. You need multiple. Now, to get to the actual part of the joke here, Gary, oh, no, Knights. Oh, my gosh, Knights. Oh, luckily, Kai Pearce-Paul gets the ball here to the 10. Nearly went over the sideline. GPT says 10 for a row. Okay, well, you just sum up it. Lagan says minimum 3-2 is not row. That's a hell of a small row, mate. That is a hell of a small row. You know why I said it? Because New South Wales, when they won their 1 trophy in 2014, came up with the brilliant hashtag of hashtag 1 in a row. Hashtag 1 in a row. They won 1. Queensland won 8 in a row. They then replied with 1 in a row and thought that it actually was legit. Now New South Wales fans pretend that it wasn't true and it wasn't a real thing, but it was a real thing. They did think that 1, in fact, was a row. ChatGPT said, yes, you can have 1 in a row. And Dazmate, that is what right there, proves to me that AI will never take over the world. Right there. Not smart enough, mate. Not smart enough. First tackle now at 35. New South Wales didn't have Matt Burton at fullback. That's why Queensland won so much. Matt Burton at fullback? What? Third tackle here at the halfway point? Third tackle. Lagan says, Gary, we welcome you to New South Wales with open arms. Good choice, Gary. Yeah, good choice. Go give the boys a cuddle. That's what they do in New South Wales. They give each other a nice little cuddle. Sing kumbaya. You know, hold each other when they piss. Fifth tackle now at the 22. That's what they do. How did the Ashes go, Gary? Yeah, no, it didn't go too well. Didn't go too well. Oh, they went well for us, though, Joe. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you just wanted me to remind everyone. So first tackle now for Newcastle at 5. David said, as somebody who graduated out of the illustrious New South Wales education system, I've never heard that before, so you might be the first, I can confirm that 1 in a row is indeed correct. And that, my friends, is New South Wales education is fine. It's right there. Queenslanders wouldn't understand. They count the alphabet using their toes. That's a good point, actually. Using their toes? Well, you know what? I think that using your toes to count the alphabet is about the equivalent, if not a little bit more intelligent than saying 1 in a row. It's about the equivalent, though, so I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. I will give you that. Also, big shout out to the big fella, Ange Postecoglou, brought us our first trophy in 17 years. Knights here again. Fit tackle taken down to 45. This game looks like it's going to be so shithouse that all we're doing is just shithousing this chat right now. This game is already looking like it's going to be an absolute schmozzle. Oh, Dane nearly got done for another obstruction, but he didn't. I'll be trying to get to day 1 of the SCG at the Ashes. Oh, mate. I wish I was there just so I could roast you myself. Blaze isn't a real Queenslander. He was born in New South Wales and only has 1 head. Thank you, Nath. I'll take the compliment. But can you imagine being born in New South Wales, living there for 2 weeks, and as a baby saying, fuck, this place is shit, and just moving up to Queensland for the rest of their life? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a baby deciding that? A 2-week-old baby saying, this place is a shithole. I'm going up to Queensland. And then moving to Brisbane, of all places. Deary me. Deary me. It must be a pretty bad place, New South Wales, if that was the case for 2-week-old. So it's going to be, but I'll give you, that's good from you in regards to the 1 head. So it's Fletcher Sharp, no, sorry, that's Fletcher Hunt taken down at the 25 on the Knights side of the field. I can't believe it's 18-0 to the Knights. Like, this is the first time they've scored 18 points in their history, nearly. Second tackle here at the 30. No, gets the offload away. Knights are all over him, by the way. They're all over him. I seen AI of Caitlin Clark today. Bloody hilarious. An AI of Caitlin Clark? What's happening? Has Buck had a return yet? No, the old Bucky, no, Peter's onto him. No, Peter's onto the old Buck. 4 tackle at the 42. Could be worse, could be born WA. WA, you know, it's got its benefits. You know, its benefit is that it's very far away from New South Wales. Probably, actually, where would be the worst state to actually be born in Australia, legitimately? Dane Laurie taken down here 3 metres out from his own line. He's had a tough one so far tonight. First tackle. Where would be the place that I would least like to be? Oh, that's going to be a penalty to the Panthers. 3 metres out from their own line. And then everyone says Tasmania. I was thinking maybe Darwin, Brenton, because of the humidity factor. It's definitely just only because of the humidity factor. That's the only reason. Oh, maybe Alice Springs. We're talking cities now, though. Yeah, but now we say Darwin and Alice Springs, like Northern Territories moving in. But I also think the Northern Territory is great because then you'll never be afraid of animals in your life because they're all so scary that you just get used to them. I'm not reading Daz's comment out. First tackle now for the Panthers at the 45. That's New South Wales though, Daz, so checkmate, buddy. That's New South Wales, buddy. Checkmate. And Brad Schneider, third tackle. This will be the first time the Panthers will attack with the ball. Moss Vale. Moss Vale is like Melbourne, no? Where's Moss Vale? Christmas Island. Christmas Island's a pretty rough place to be born. I won't lie. You're not wrong. But then again, it's named Christmas. Who doesn't like Christmas? Panthers here, 4th tackle. They're 13 metres out. Good offload. Moses Leota. 4 metres away from the line. Fit tackle. Leota rolls it back here. Here we go. Fit tackle. What can they do? Chance here, Panthers. I don't know if he gets this or not. This will be close. This might... They're going to check this. I don't think he gets it, but he looks confident. She's got no try. So let's see. So the defense is confident and the attack is confident. So he puts the ball down, but I just need to see his legs. I don't have a problem with the put down. And maybe he does actually lose this. I don't know. She's called no try on the field. This is tight. Yeah, they're going to say knock on. Oh, I think that's a 50-50 decision. I'm okay with it because Blender Sharp called a no try. 50-50 decision, but that will be that child with the try. It'll be a no try here to the Panthers, and it's going to be the Knights ball here at the 20. I didn't see as much separation as guaranteed confirmation as they've kind of made out there. But Helen says hurry up Panthers. Yeah, they're hurrying up to the jack shit line. They're very hurried up there. But 20 minutes to go here, the first half, 20 minutes gone. Hit that like button and subscribe. But Belinda did get it right, Brenton, yeah. Yeah, no, she got it right. Skidamia says Logan. Nah, there's worse places than Logan. Like, Logan's a tough area to grow up and to be born, I guess. But there's definitely worse places to grow up and be born than Logan. Definitely worse places. Good. Nah. And penalty to the Knights here at the 40. Oh, by the way, Brocky, I've completely forgotten to message you back on Instagram. I'm so sorry. Dude, you gotta forgive me, man. Like, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, dude. I've been everywhere. Von P says, Ipswich, Australia. We don't need to define Australia, considering we know we're talking about Australia when that was the question here, Von P. But Ipswich is definitely not exactly where I'd prefer if I was, like, you know, in the air. You know, I was in the air. I was soul, looking for where I'm going to go. I get to choose where I get to go. God says, you get to choose where you go. I would not be selecting Ipswich, no. But if you told me, like, Ipswich or... maybe like Alice Springs, I might consider Ipswich. Second tackle here at the 25. Alice Springs is just so far away from everything. Just quite literally everything. Surely there wouldn't be much to do out there. Ipswich, Suffolk. Well, Ipswich in England's also a bit of a hole there, Gary. So, third tackle. Knights here at the 10. It'd be brutal if the Panthers concede here after they just nearly scored, and then the Knights just got the other end of the field and score straight away. Right inside, they're going to do it too. They're going to do it too. Over the top, no, it's going to be an intercept because that was an awful pass. That pass was so awful, it makes me sick. Correct, Blaze. No, I know I'm correct. I wasn't asking the opinion. I know I'm correct. Blaze slugging at the 40. Second tackle. Don't forget, man, I'm a very big football aficionado. Over your way. Belinda not so sharp. Well, she was sharp in regards to that one. She got that one probably, right? 4 tackle now for the Panthers at the 40. Good runs, though. Vom says, at least we have a Costco that counts for something, right? Costco is something. I don't know if it's a good something, but it's definitely something. Like, it is an establishment. Yeah, Costco is an establishment. Don't know how much it holds weight, though. Like, if you're talking, I'm going to live in the Gold Coast, or I'm going to go live in a place that has Costco, you know? Well, that's just a player's just come in at a. Well, no, a player's been taken out. It's a penalty here. You're an idiot, Panthers. Why are you even celebrating the try? You know this is a penalty of the Knights. You're like you know this is a penalty of the Knights. There's a guy chasing the ball here who has jumped. I think it's Alamotti who has jumped so far before the ball even arrives. Is nowhere near it and then takes out the fullback. What's he doing? What's he doing? Why are you celebrating this try? It's this clown jumping in the middle of nowhere near the ball, and he's just taking the fullback out, and they think they're going to celebrate the try. It's a penalty in Newcastle. What are you doing, dude? And you know what the worst thing is? It's a lot of casual watchers of the game. They'll see that the Panthers have had 2 no tries here. 2 legitimate and valid no tries. And they'll be like, if they lose, oh, but, you know, the Panthers... That's hilarious. That's hilarious that they didn't just call that a penalty straight away and didn't even have to look at it. The people who are casual watchers of the game will be like, oh, but the Panthers had 2 tries disallowed. You know, the refs were against them. But they're valid no tries. You know, I would love to see the Panthers get another no try, just because then it would give the casual watchers of the Panthers a way to say we were robbed. Because 3 no tries apparently justifies being robbed, even if all 3 no tries were legitimate no tries. And that's not Panthers, this is everybody. Second tackle now here for the Knights at the 45. I'd want to be born in the rich side of California. Nah, there's better places. Better place to be born than California. Oh, that's a crusher. That's arguably deliberate too, you dog. I would nearly arguably bin him for that. That's arguably deliberate from Liam Henry. That is arguably a cynical action here. He's come down here. There's no way you can tell me that he doesn't grab him around the neck and then come down over the top of his head. Dead set, you can't tell me that that isn't cynical. He knows what he's doing there, and then he pulls him down afterwards. And it's a penalty, but they're not going to bin him. I think that it genuinely they're going to take him out. Yeah, I believe it should be binned. Good, I reckon it should be binned, dear Belinda. They're going to bring him out too. That's a cynical action. Liam, stop it. Grip, lift him up, drop him. On upon the bin. Good call. That's some great refereeing, that. That's some great officiating, because they weren't going to call that shit, but that was absolutely cynical. He grabs him, he picks him up, he's got him around the neck, and then comes down. You can absolutely tell me that's deliberate. It's deliberate. And then, to prove this fact, he's so upset and frustrated by obviously how the game's carrying out right now, that when the penalty gets called, he rips him down. That was 100% bin. That was 1,000,000,000% a bin there. 1,000,000,000%. Who was the player he tackled? Fletcher Sharp. Fletcher Sharp. But there's, anyway, to go back to the rich side of California, there's many places I'd prefer over rich side of California. Who's getting sent off? Oh, well, not sent off, but Liam Henry gets binned. And I'm glad they came back. I was arguing that for like 10, 15 seconds before they even called him out. And they were going to play on. I think the bunker must have told Belinda up in him. All right, so first tackle here for the Knights. They're 13 on 12 now. They go out to the left to Tyson Frizzell. Now the Knights are going to be 10 metres away. Second tackle. Second tackle here. 17 minutes left of the first half. Phoenix Crossland. Short ball for Frizzell. Frizzell can't get the offload away. Still pumping the legs. Third tackle 4 metres away. Phoenix Crossland. 10 metres. Colgar short ball. Pierce Paul. And Pierce Paul will be 5 metres away. Fourth tackle. You've got numbers here, Knights. You got the numbers. Arguably should be 6 again, Belinda. Short ball underneath the post. Can't get there. 2 metres out. It's good defence from the Panthers at the moment. in this set specifically. Crossland kicks it through. Try time of the night, and that's Dylan Lucas with a hat trick, baby. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That's 3. That's 3. That says, what a freak, fight me. 22-0 with the kick to come. Knights fans, they've never seen this many points in their life. They have never seen this many points in their life. Well, Penrith. Tick-tock, baby, tick-tock. Tick-a-tock. So try time there for Dylan Lucas. And that is a hat-trick on the Pepsi today. I wish I wasn't, to be fair. I wish I wasn't. But there was no Coke Zero in the 7-Eleven. Variety is the spice of life. It is, mate. It is. Dion says they just doubled their average for the season. Yeah, but it's only been 25 minutes. Bands, what happened? How do you lose to Newcastle Knights? Is that guy still going, Daz? Is old mate still doing that for the NFL? He had his big moment. His moment in the shining light. Don't know what he does now. And then he tried to monetize it. And it's like, monetizing is fine. Like, I'm going to put it, like, this is the thing. Like, I'm probably going to say, like, if someone wants to sponsor down in that corner, they can. I don't have any problem with monetizing it. Unfortunately, the way that he monetized it, though, is what ruined a lot of what he was doing. Because he was, like, every single video telling you and shoving the shirt down your throat. It's like, if I put something in the corner down here, you guys see it, and you might do it. And I'm not going to just shove it down your throat. But unfortunately, some people don't understand sponsorships where they just don't stop telling you bang, bang, bang. You know your team is in shambles when you make Newcastle look good. Well, Ibrahim, there is 7 Panthers players out here. And, like, Nathan Cleary, Dylan Edwards, Brian To'o, Liam Martin, Isaiah Yeo. Like, the list goes on, bro. Like, they got so many players out. Plus, they've got Garner out, not Origin, and Isaiah Papali'i out, not Origin. So, that's why I tip the Knights. And this is why I say every single week, do not give a shit about how the betting agencies are putting the odds on this game. On any game that involves the Panthers, they are wrong every single week. The Panthers are pretty much favourites every single week. This game, I would nearly argue is over. I would argue is over. The Panthers are going to be in 17th position. Why do the bookies keep putting them as the $1.50 favourites? You would be cleaning up this year if you were putting money on every team to beat the Panthers. You've only lost 3 times. You have only lost 3 times. You would be cleaning up if you bet against the Panthers every week. Let's go Knights, 41-50, David Saul says. Well, that may be a little bit much. But then again, it's 24-0. You know, you never know. 6.5 minutes left of that bin there for Liam Henry as well. Tyson Frizzell gets this ball to the 40. Dion, you sober and coherent today, champ? Mate, he's never sober and coherent today. He's never sober and coherent. By the way, going to any kind of like event here in Thailand or walking around any main area of Hua Hin and Bangkok, to be fair, it's just weed central, bro. Like, it's weed central. Thanks for the tips, mate. Might start making some money now. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But then again, we made some good money in a tip off you yesterday, to be fair. So, penalty the Panthers here at the 30. Hope Leon Henry enjoyed watching that try from the sheds. I think so, but he's fallen off, I think. Oh, true, yeah. Unpopular opinion, Pepsi Max is no good. That is an unpopular opinion. That is correct. It is unpopular. Ibrahim says, yeah, I was trying to enjoy making fun of the Panthers while it lasts. Yeah, sure. Like, well, they're 17th. Like, you can do it anyway. Like, I'm telling you about this game here today specifically. But overall, like, the Panthers are still 17th. So it means that they've lost a gigantic amount more games than, you know, than they've won. And also they've lost more games than everybody else. So, I see your fresh hair, Blaze. How has the game been so far? Well, it's been 24-0 to the Knights, and the Panthers haven't manned the bin, so that should tell you a story in itself. So, out of the right, Panthers. What do you want me to say? You can see the score, and it's the 16th place Panthers taking on the 17th place Knights to see who comes last by the end of the weekend. And one team is up 24-0 in the first 25 minutes of the game. So I think that should probably give you a good reading about how this one has been. And the Panthers taking it down here at the 10. Did you put another $1 on this game, Casey? Yeah, probably on the $1.50 Panthers. And Talangi kicks it through, and that'll be a dropout coming up. Dropout coming up. Givo says, how many times have you been offered it? No, you don't get offered weed here. You get offered, like, the harder drugs. Because obviously weed's legal. There's a corner shop for weed, cannabis shops everywhere, bro. Like, literally, within a 2-minute walk down this way, there is 3 cannabis shops. Within a 3-minute radius, on this side alone, is 3 cannabis shops. So no one's out there saying, like, you want some weed, bro? No, because it's easily and readily available. Alright, so Panthers ball here at the 35. So Liam Henry's 3 minutes 47 to go of the sin bin. I was going to put it on the game. Auckland just lost, but listening to your commentary, I think I'll give it a miss. Well, mate, you know, the biggest comeback of all time could nearly happen. Could nearly happen. I just want Knights to score at least 4 more points, and then that would beat another certain result we don't talk about. Don't buy the shit the government makes. I don't smoke weed, really, bro. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I had, like, something over here while I was here, but I don't really, I'm not really a big alcohol or drug user in any form, man. I never really have been. Occasionally, you definitely have a big old drink and whatnot. Oh, Panthers here, 2 minutes out. Occasionally, you have a joint or something, but, you know, it's not really a high preference. Oh, I don't know what's happened here. There's just, I think it even could be a penalty for an offside against the Knights, which might actually rule out the Panthers try because the penalty comes. Oh, well, they play advantage. I think it's a no try, but it's all overshot. Yeah, say no, kids. Just say no. Yeah. You can enjoy stuff, but just don't go overboard, man. It's just not my kind of deal. So the first knock on there is from the Knights. That's a knock on Panthers then. Yeah. Oh, well, clearly Isaac Tungo touched it with his left hand, his right hand, every hand, you know, everywhere. I've got 3 cannabis shops on my street. Yes, Nath, but you live in Mount Druitt, mate. We're not talking about the aunties out there, buddy. Newcastle versus the Clock. Game's still on. No, they're only 6 points off the clock right now. So 10 minutes to go the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe. Subscribe. Oh, man, I had a heart attack before thinking this wasn't zero sugar. This is the zero sugar one. Jeez, Jay, you gave me a heart attack, mate. My trainer at the gym down there would freak out if he knew I was having Pepsi with full sugar. But the Pepsi and Pepsi Maxes and stuff in Thailand taste different. How was the Muay Thai boxing event? Yeah, no, we spoke about it before. It's great. That was good stuff. So Liam Henry's still waiting here. So it's going to be a scrum to the Panthers 10 minutes out. The fights were, there was 9 fights. And they were 3-minute rounds. Some were 3 rounds and some were 5 rounds. I had to do, you know, where you go up and you give the flowers and whatnot. I lost 1 fight all night. Like with what we were doing there. I lost 1 fight all night. It was great. It was great. I think I made like 800 baht and I didn't even have to give anyone anything because it was like just bankrolled. It was just bankrolled, man. We're doing like 100 baht per fight, which is nothing. It's like $5. And it just bankrolled, man. So it was good fun. First tackle with the Panthers, 3 minutes out. I did get some good camera footage for it. Second tackle here, 2 meters away. Panthers may score. Nope. Second tackle, half a meter short now. They're right there. Summerton to Schneider, then to to Case McLean. And McLean will be 6 meters away from the line for tackle. I'd go left. No, they go right instead. Out to Schneider. Schneider, Bush, good ball. Good defense there by, I think, Fletcher Sharp. No, again, it was Fletcher Hunt. Gee whiz, I get confused because of the mullet game. They kick it through, and Knights get it, and that will be out of the end goal too. Well, he's down, and then he's been dragged back in. Well, the ball's up, but he's still on the ground, Belinda. But anyway, whatever. I'm not too fussed about it. Gagai gets it there. Comes down there, and then, no way, Belinda. Like, you've got to call that as a second. Anyway. Pandora Gaming says, did you ever think the Panthers will be this low this year? No, I had them as 4th. I knew they would drop off. I didn't think they'd drop off this much. Helen said go Knights. No, Helen, you said go Panthers before. You were on the Panthers before. You can't say go Knights now. Casey says, used to know a couple of fellas who used to operate weeds. Oh, you're doing weed. And that will be a Panthers ball at the 25. First tackle. First tackle now. 86% possession in the last 5 minutes of the Panthers. Still 24-0 to the Knights. You've got to come away from this attacking opportunity over these last 3, 4, 5 sets with some points, man. You have to. Otherwise, you could get done by 50 here. Third time, that's to the Knights. Alright, so it's going to be Liam Henry come back onto the field now, so it's back to 13 on 13. Schneider at the back. Opportunity for the Panthers. They flick it over the sideline, and how many times am I going to tell you that Touchy is not a part of your team? He's not even wearing the same jersey as you Panthers. You can't throw the ball over the sideline. No. Knights will 100% win this today. Don't think they can get it done today. Pandora Gaming, you think that the Knights are going to 100% win this today? No. No way. Hold on, let me second here. Let me put seatbelt on. Click. Pandora Gaming, are you suggesting that the team currently up 24-0 in this game? You're suggesting the team that's currently up 24-0 in this game is 100% going to win. Is that what you're suggesting? Are you insinuating this crazy opinion? Man, that's wild. Damn, I don't know. I don't know if the world's ready to hear your opinions. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. I don't know if the world is ready to hear the just sheer brilliance of what you have to say. It's like 24-0. Long way to go in this game, mate. Only still 46 minutes to go. Mid tackle here at the 44. Knights Dogs Grand Final still on the table. Yep, I would still prefer to listen to Pandora Gaming and his opinions rather than Knights Dogs Grand Final on the table. Panthers knock on, and Fletcher Sharp. It'll be 20 metres out. It is actually Fletcher Sharp this time. He'll be taken down at the 20 or so. I reckon the Knights would be paying $100 to win this game right now, in case he'd be close. I reckon if you put a bet on for the Knights to win this game right this second, Knights will flick it at the back. It won't go for sidelines, so it's first tackle at 28. Pandora Gaming says, if the Panthers win this, then it would be a good comeback for them this year. Thank you, Pandora Gaming. This is Einstein in the chat. Jay said, hey, that's some real thinking stuff. I had to put my thinking cap on for that one. So the Knights here, they'll get this ball to the 10. Are you telling me the 24-0 comeback would be a good comeback for them this year? Well, it would be a good comeback. You aren't wrong. Unfortunately, you are Albert Einstein, but you aren't wrong. I'll give you that. So fourth tackle, and they'll give it to Gamble. Crossland, Cogger. Oh, to me, he's out. Fit tackle. And that's going to go straight into the Panthers from the kick, and it'll be a Panthers ball here at the 5. Skungle says, guess he called it. Did your character die in your game, mate? Your character die. Did he die? Did your character die in the game, Sam? If so, good. Good. And the Panthers' third tackle here at the 22. But Skunkle, you have missed out on something. 2 minutes ago, we had some groundbreaking news. We've had some... Oh, my gosh. I can tell this is going to last a couple of minutes. We've had some groundbreaking news, Skunkle, that you missed out on, that you're going to be spewing you missed out on. The Knights are up 24-0, but we have had Pandora Gaming let us know that the Knights are probably going to win today. And also that the Panthers, if they win this, it would be a good comeback for them this year. So do with that information as you will. Just don't tell NASA just yet. So first tackle at the 30 is Sam here. Sam is unfortunately here. Mr. Skunkle is unfortunately here. Alright, so the Knights now, it's by out of the 45. Even more groundbreaking news than the 61,000 men that have died in the Emu War. I don't believe it. No, that's the biggest news you'll ever hear. 61,000 great men lost their lives in the Great Emu War of Australia. Don't ever make a joke about that ever again, Jared Farmoni, because that's some serious stuff, mate. That's some serious stuff. Alright, so Crossland. Then to Cogger. Into the air. It was actually gamble. Knocked back by the Knights. That's going to be arguably a penalty, but okay, cool. Gago was taken out without the ball there. Skunk says, could you imagine Brenton if Knights managed to lose this? Brenton's here too. He's here. Brenton, what do you have to say to Skunkle in return to that? That's a pretty violation-worthy comment, that. Third tackle, he's saying you can't handle it. You can't hack it, is what he's saying. And now the Panthers to the 40. Gilbert says, watch live on TV1 Plus. That's great. Well, why don't you go and watch it then? That'd be nice. That'd be nice if you went and watched it and weren't on YouTube, because everyone knows that you can watch it elsewhere, but they don't give a fuck. So fifth tackle here with the Panthers, and they'll kick this one down to the centre where the Panthers will actually grab it and then get tackled with the ball. Knights ball at the 30. Brent says, Skunkle, why are you coming in with the hatred, mate? Let's have our glory. To be fair, did you reply to me before with a little bit of hatred for Skunkle when I was insulting him? Because I was definitely insulting you before, Skunkle, saying you're a little nerd. And the Knights, you just weren't here yet. I'll happily tell you now, though, too. Taz. Who do you think will win State of Origin on Wednesday? Queenlander! Knights here, the ball, 45. Sam Blaze took his third tackle here. Crossland out to Gamble, short ball. They're away. Dylan Lucas. That's his 1, 2, 3, 4th try of the day. Dylan Lucas makes it 28-0 with a kick to come. And this, oh, maybe not. They're going to go to the bunk here. No try. Oh, confirming he loses it over the line. I didn't think he did. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh, maybe he does, yeah. That's a good call, Belinda. It's a good call. But I will say, Dylan Lucas kind of screwed that try up for himself because he wanted to showboat. So no try. Damn, Dylan Lucas having a cracker game, but unfortunately, he kind of did that to himself. I believe he could have scored. He just tried to showboat a bit. It was like, if he could, I reckon he could easily have scored this, even if he steps inside, but he goes out. Yeah, I just don't think that he needed to do that at all, man. He didn't need to do that at all. I've only got 300 hours of gameplay on this account. Not that bad, nerd. I've got 0 hours of gameplay. How about that? And I'd still beat you. I'd still beat you, bud. Alright, first tackle. First tackle for the Panthers. We've seen some fantastic comebacks this season, but surely the Panthers are not coming back from this. Gary, the Panthers are not coming back from this. They have 7 starting players out, and the Knights are pretty much a full-strength team, just minus Ponga and Saifidi. Oh, that's not bad, but 6 again. Doesn't really matter, though. 30 seconds to go with the first half, at the halfway point. What game are you playing, Skunkle? He's playing an anime game. One of those, like, octopus anime games. That's what Skunkle's playing. Tash says Queensland should do a Tommy in the first scrum and come out hitting or pull shirts. Either way, they should do something. I'm all for it, TH. I'm all for that. Dear me. I'm all for that. Panthers now. If they score 1 before half time, maybe 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. He's rolled it. Take a field goal, you cats. Schneider over the top, and the Knights will grab it, and that will be Fletcher Sharp still going. Now taking out the 15, and that, my friends, is le half of the time. Le half of the time, bonjour. Le half of the time, le bébé le peu. 24-0 to the Knights. 24-0, and the Panthers are in an absolute shambles as they are looking like it is their destiny. Their destiny to finish off the round in last position. It's nearly their destiny. Don't stop believing, Penrith. You could be the first team. Actually, would there be? Has there ever been a team that has won the comp and then come spoon next year? And no, don't even try and use the Storm as an example in the late 2000s. Has there ever been a team that has won the comp and then come last in the very next year? Would they be the first team to go 4 in a row and then come last? Skunkles Broncos. No. 2006 they won. 2007 they didn't come to the spoon. Broncos win a premiership and then come last. Are you in the same conversation as us, Skunkle? Brenton says these stats will be good to hear. Oh, I might run to the bathroom, mate. I might run to the bathroom, go grab myself a bottle of water. Maybe we don't run through the stats here today. Dazmate says Storm. Daz. I warned you. I warned you, mate. I warned you. I warned you one time. One time. You're the first to do it. They lost a Prem. They did lose a premiership. And Casey is an idiot. And also Skinner Media is also an idiot. So you guys, we'll see you basically at the end of the half time. Last year, but only in Super Rugby. Well, no, that's a different sport. It's a different sport. But anyway, let's get to these stats because it's coming up in the chat. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Possession, 55% of the Knights, 45% to the Panthers. Time possession is 16 minutes 43 for the Knights and 13 minutes and 9 seconds there for the Panthers, with the completion rate being 90% for Newcastle, which is very good, 19 from 21. The completion rate for the Panthers is 73%, which is 14 from 19. All runs, 104 for the Knights with 1,014 metres run. Panthers with 73 runs, which is 32 runs less, 697 metres. So, very similar. Like, on a pound for pound there, you could argue the Panthers actually have a little bit more. But they just don't have the ball, and deservedly so, really. The Knights have been the much better team here today. Post-contact is 359 of the Knights, 264 for the Panthers. Makes a lot of sense. Line breaks is 4-0 Newcastle. Tackle breaks is 28-9. The Panthers missed 28 tackles in that first half. That's a lot of missed tackles, man. But even this, average set distance is 34.9 there for the Panthers. So into the very poor category for the Panthers, on the brink of very basic. On the brink of basic, but they're at the very top of, you can't get higher than the poor section here for the Panthers. Average set distance of 34.9, whilst the Knights are exceptional at 51.32. That's exceptional. The Knights' 51.32 average set distance is absolutely spectacular. That number is unbelievable. So, you go Glen Coco. You go again, Glen Coco. Average play the ball speed, very slow for the Panthers at 3.71. That is awfully slow. With the Knights at 3.39, which is pretty bare basic minimum. That's kind of where you expect to play the ball speed to be at. Offload, 6-2 Knights. Force dropouts is 2-0 Panthers' way. Defensive effective tackle percentage, the Knights incredible, 92.35%, 169 tackles made for 9 missed tackles and 5 ineffective. That is really, really good stuff. That is, it's not perfect, but it's close enough. Like, it's honestly fantastic for a first half. And the defense of the Panthers is dreadful at 85.34%, 227 tackles made, 29 missed tackles and 10 ineffective. That is extremely poor. Extremely poor. Negative play, the Knights have actually made more errors than the Panthers, so they're still making errors. 5 errors to 4. Penalties conceded, 4-2 against the Panthers. Ruck infringements, 2-1 against the Panthers. 1 on report for the Panthers and 1 in the bin for the Panthers. Overall, the Knights put a show on in the first half. Granted, the Panthers are missing Nathan Cleary, Isaiah Papali'i, Luke Garner, Brian To'o, Dylan Edwards, Isaiah Yeo. There's another one that I'm missing out there. Point matter is they're missing a lot of players. So it's not a massive surprise. But the Knights are also missing Kalen Ponga and Jacob Saifidi, and I guess Hetherington if you want to include him. But the big losses there are Ponga specifically, and then maybe Saifidi. Overall, though, this Knights team is going to win this game. They've been the better team, and they deserve it so far. 5 errors have to be our lowest this year. Mate, it's probably your lowest errors by about 40. Just for the record, Blaze, it's raining here in London. Yeah, but that's just like saying the sky is blue. You telling me that it's raining in London right now, Gary, is like telling me that shoes are to be worn on the feet. Or a hat is to be worn on your head. Or to turn the TV on, you press the on button. That's the equivalent of telling me that it's raining in London. Luke Garner is the only big out, Mitchell. Thank you very much for the suggestion there, Mitchell. I'm going to go grab a bottle of water to kind of get myself past the fact that Luke Garner is the only big out there. The only big out for the Panthers. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'm getting a bottle of water, and you can't stop me. And don't forget, Gary, it's never not rained in London. Hey, look at these super hippie like pants I got at one of the big C's here. Look at these super hippie pants. Hippie as, bro. They're hippie as. Got like elephants on and everything. I'm flying. Look how hippie I look right now. I got a shirt made in India, and I got pants on from Thailand that I may as well just start getting real hippie. I may as well. It was like $4. They're like $4 for these pants. They're so comfy too. So comfy. You're so hippie, bro. Man, look at me. Have you ever seen me this hippie before? Look at this. It's unbelievable. I'm actually hippie. I needed my own combi. Someone buy me a combi. I might get a combi when I get back to Australia. So hippie, dude. Gary and Pandora with the groundbreaking news in the stream. It's groundbreaking stuff. It's groundbreaking stuff. David says, no, Gary, I'm in genuine shock. London raining? Never in a million years, mate. Mate, always. You look like you live in Fitzroy. That's a very Melbourne-centric joke that not many people are going to get. Jared Fomay says, you really are a hippie. You're not going to start dropping LSD now, right? No, I've never done LSD and I will never do LSD. If you were any more hippie, you would need a surfboard you packed yourself. Well, I do surf, though, Skunkle. I do. But I guess if where's the best spots to even surf in Thailand? I know there would be some good spots. Where is the best spot to surf in Thailand? I'm on the beach here, but there's no big waves. There's no waves really. Where is the best spot to surf in Thailand? Is it Thailand? Oh, Phuket. Okay, that makes sense. Hua Hin? Hua Hin? Hua Hin is number 3 for top surf spots in Thailand. Bullshit. Hua Hin surf. Let me see these waves. Let me see these waves. Hua Hin. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Oh, mate, they're like a foot. It's like a 1 foot. Obviously, Thailand's not really well known for its surf breaks. Because if Hua Hin, where I am currently, is in the top 3, you're done for. You're just done for. Phuket makes sense, though. That live stream is on every day at Hua Hin. Well, I'm going to go on wearing this hippie kit. I'm going to go wear this hippie kit. Dion says the LSC is so good. I'm sure it is, man. Wouldn't encourage people to do it, but like I just feel like I'd be the type of person that would have that bad trip and stuff. I know so many people, nearly everyone you meet has done it, like truly. But I've never really been into it. Flower Power Man. I wonder if even that stuff I think is nearly legal here too. To be fair. Because, like, you can, even at the weed shops here, you can get, like, mushroom gummies and stuff like that for, like, 130 baht, which is, again, 10% of that is, $13, and then half that is $6.50, and just a little bit shorter, so maybe about $6.25, $6.30. That's what you can get for a bag of, like, mushroom gummies. Like, that's how crazy this country is, man. It's all legal here. If you checked your Facebook messages, you would know. Mate, I don't have Facebook on my phone anymore. I don't have Facebook on my phone. Mushrooms are mental. Let's get off this drugs chat, to be fair. But I don't know. I haven't done them. Made me feel like I was sinking into a concrete floor. Yeah, but you're also a muppet who plays anime octopus video games for a living, so... Sounds like a you problem, to be honest. It also does sound like a Skunkle problem. It does sound like a Skunkle problem. Understand 1, Phuket 1, look at 04. Understand 1, Phuket's 1, look at 04. What is? Are you trying to send me like a? Are you trying to send me some weird message? What? 1, Phuket's 1, look at 04. Do you even know what you just said? Dude, these pants are so comfy. This is the first time I'm wearing them. I bought them yesterday. They are so comfy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm living. This is like a new life. I feel like I just started an entire new journey in life, and it starts with these hippie pants. I promise you. There's something else. It's like not silk. It's like I don't know how to get past them. I don't think I'm going to be able to move on from it. Well, this game's obviously going to be a dreadful one to finish off, so I really hope this Sharks-Roosters game is good. Because Raiders-Warriors will be good tomorrow, but this is this one here is not fantastic between the 17th and the 16th. Sounds like okay. And Giovanni's on the Shrooms Play Store about him. Giovanni's always. Once you come to this chat enough, oh, I just realised I left my bottle of water just over here. You can have a look at the hippie pants again. There you go. Enjoy the hippie pants. Hippie pants. Let's see if that soup is still spicy. Be a bit cold though. Damn, it is cold. Damn, there's actually, this is one of the chilies. This is one of the chilies in it. Whoa. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. I do want to finish. No, I'm not gonna. I couldn't do it on here. You should win the Roosters game. Why do you ask me that when I just told you I was? The board short and everything. Pete touring. This isn't board shorts. These are hippie pants, buddy. They're hippie pants. No board shorts. It's not board shorts. I'm wearing this shirt from Agra in India. And Thai hip bands from Hua Hin. What's up, champs? My bad. It is your bad, Mark. It is. Yogi Maxing. We've been doing a bit of yoga lately. Did you know that in Thai culture it is considered rude not to eat all your spicy soup on stream? Jay, I'm not drinking that spicy soup. If I like, honestly, I'm not doing it. I already died. I already pretty much died when I did the those Indian hot spicy chips in when I was in shit. Where was I? Jaipur? Yeah, I think I was in Jaipur. Yeah, I was. When I was in Jaipur and I did those Indian spicy chips, I almost died. This would probably get me. This would kill me. This might kill me. And it's like cool now. I do have a microwave there though. You can sense the freedom just looking at those pants. You can. You can. The only way I would do this is like if there was $50 donated by the end of this stream, I would drink the entire lot of it. I'd finish it off. But I'm not doing it for nothing. There's no way, because that's spicy as shit. That is spicy as shit. Alright, so we're back on our way here for the second half here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. You guys know the terms. That's the only terms that we do here. You want me to drink it? That's what it is. There's still a good lot there. Oh, Panthers nearly knock it on, but they get the offload away. They're away here, Liam Henry. Liam Henry will get taken down 35 metres away here from the Knights line. Panthers with the ball. Be Thomas Jenkins who gets that ball onto the inside. Blaze Talangi. And now Talangi is going to be 25 metres away. As long as like Brocky's not watching, I should be probably fine then. $50 total. Yes. As long as Brocky or Olivia aren't watching right now, or 50 by one person. No, it can be in total. It can be in total. It can be a team effort, mate. You guys can come together and sing Kumbaya together, mate. You can sing Kumbaya together. First tackle here. At least I'm not going to be getting a message from Jay Hayes saying Ladyboy Fund. Brocky's hanging around. No. Logan Baltic says $50 for Blaze to suffer. Sign me up right now. Now, you guys know the terms and conditions, mate. But that will... Like, it's really tasty. Like, it is. But... It is something else. It is spicy. So 4 tackle for the Knights at the 25. Now to the 30. A Ladyboy Fund. You're unbelievable, Joe. Bank statements don't lie. They don't lie, mate. They do not lie. Always truthful. Alright, so the Panthers, Dane Laurie grabs his ball to 15. And now takes down to the 20 to the 25. And taken down. Skunkleman for 25 months. You wish, brother. You wish that counts. You're the biggest wisher that ever did see Wisher, Skunkle. Olivia Ruby, the $8 donation. It says another day, another dono. Celebrated my birthday with some margaritas and watching the Panthers lose. What a combo. Well, Olivia, I appreciate you for your dono. And wasn't your birthday on Tuesday? I thought your birthday was on Tuesday or something last week. It's your birthday today as well? I swear it was your birthday on like Tuesday last week. Did you say it was your birthday last week? But anyway, happy birthday, and thank you for your dono, but also Not happy, Jan, because now they're $42 away. Now they are $42 away from from making me drink this hot Thai soup, which I'm terrified for. But alright, that's going to be a drop back coming up here for the Knights. And then Brocky Sports with the $1 donation, so that now makes it $9. Oh no. Oh, go away. Oh, they're actually doing it. $7 dono here from Skunkle. So what is it now? So that's 9, so that's $16. $34 away. Oh no, please, God help my soul. Came back from my softball presso. How has the game been? Andrew, it is a game between 17th and 16th position. That's the Panthers knock on to the 11. 17th and 16th position. And one team who is 17th is winning this game 24-0 in the first 25 minutes of the game. How do you reckon it's going? Okay. Okay. So they're going to challenge this ball here, the Panthers, but I've just seen Olivia's donated $80. Okay. Okay, shit. Well, thank you very much for the $80 donation, Olivia. I do really appreciate it. I also don't really, because we both know what this means. Oh, and then you're just doubling down at this point. They're just doubling down at this point. I think that. So, unsuccessful challenge here for the Panthers. So thank you to Brocky for the $31 donation, and also Olivia for the $80 donation. But now I'm screwed. Alright, so let's just wait for the first break in play after this, and then we will do it. I'll have a spoonful for now, and then when the next break in play happens. Damn right, this is the chili that's in it. There's heaps of chilies in this. Look at all the chilies that I'm just grabbing out here. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, man. That was just a little bit. First tackle, second tackle now for the 25. I will drink the rest of it. All right, third tackle here for the Knights at 30. At the next break of play, we'll do it. Olivia Reese, I just knew we needed $35 for my YouTube. Won't let me do that, so $80 it is. Hey, listen, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Damn. I think that's Capskin and you are being dramatic. I think you're a muppet. I'm in Thailand, mate. Fit tackle here at the 45. If you go back to the very beginning of my stream, I was choking on how spicy it was. Hopefully because it's like cold now. Hopefully because it's cold, it's like a lot weaker. So Dane Laurie taking it down to the 20. Did you buy an extra set of those pants, Blazy? Okay, well, it's not going to make me shit my pants if that's what you're insinuating here. I've still had a lot spicier, but this is spicy. We like to drink with Blaze because Blaze is our mate. Speak for yourself. So third tackle now for the Panthers at the 35. Jaffa Moon says $80 to go towards that Coke Zero fund or Pepsi Max fund. I'd still prefer Coke Zero. Pepsi Max in Australia is pretty good, but Pepsi Max here is not great. Forward tackle. It's cold, easier to chug. Yep, says the one who's not going to be chugging it. And that's going to be a penalty here to the Panthers. Okay, shit. Alright, it's a penalty to the Panthers. I've got to still keep going. Ah! Fuck! Oh, dude! Oh! It's like right here, man. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but fuck, that got me right here. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Oh, Panthers might score here. They're 3 meters out of the line. Third tackle. Oh, man. That's shit. Panthers may score. They're held up. Fourth tackle. Oh, there is this tiny little bit left too. Needs that finished bowl. It's kind of like just like there's actually heaps of chilies left too. Shit, hold on. Panthers here. They're 3 metres out, 2 metres out. Oh man, 1 metre out. You guys just like seeing me suffer at this point. Damn. 1 metre away from the line. Fit tackle, and the Panthers will. Oh, 3 metres out. I'll finish this off. Like, look at this. This is the chilies here. That one wasn't as bad as just drinking it. This wasn't. Oh man, that first one got me right here. It was like damn dude, it was like right here is where it slapped me. I don't know why. It's like the mouth was good. Oh man, it's like a chili got stuck in my in the esophagus area. Oh dude. So fit tackle now, the Knights will get down to the Panthers at the 15. This is what always happens in games that are shootouts, but ASMR soup stream, I'm all here for it. Damn. It's very tasty though. Very tasty. Shit. Third tackle. What a way to start your hippie era. What a way to start your hippie era. Panthers now the 40. You remember your word plays. Gary, we don't always do it, but like if there's anything that's always spicy or not, I'll always do it. I won't lie to you guys. If people are donating, like I'll do it. But I'm not going to say, hey, I'll do this if you donate. And then not do it. So Fitzagel and Knights get the ball at the 15. Man. And Roosters vs Sharks stream is cancelled due to the appointment with the toilet. Nah, we'll be right. I would still say those Indian fries, those not fries, the chips. Oh, the Knights are away here. Knights are away. Knights are away at the 40. He sets back on the inside. Now taking it down to the 45. Like, that was a different kind of spice, but those Indian fries, Indian chips, they slapped me. That did actually impact me for the rest of the day, too. Hold on. Can you imagine if someone was just a brand new person watching the stream or a subscriber, and they're like, what the hell is he doing? Why? They just came onto it, and they're like, why is he drinking soup and just, like, choking? Ford Joker with the Knights at 15. They could end the game officially right here if they score. It'd be 100% game over then. Like, it's game over now, but like 4 convert tries isn't impossible. 5 would be completely gone. They kick this ball through, and it's going to be a dropout coming up from the Panthers tonight. 30 minutes to go here at the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. If you like watching a man suffer because his chat's a bunch of muppets, this is the place for you to be. Zach says, congrats Panthers, you're shitter than the Titans and Knights now. That is correct. That is correct. Oh boy. Me talking shit like I wouldn't be crying. I absolutely hate Spice. Mate, no, Sam would have died from that. Sam would have died. And that will... I don't know what this is. This is apparently Panthers? Yeah, it is, because it touches the Knights player inside the 10, yeah. Man, chili seeds are probably sitting at the bottom of the bowl. Yeah, there are a couple of chili seeds and stuff. Well, chili seeds aren't too bad, though. It's like this little red one. This little red one. That... Oh, by the way, just to confirm, it is finished now. Just to confirm. That was harder to watch than the Emu War. But you didn't watch the Emu War, because if you watched the Emu War, you wouldn't be saying that. 61,000 great Australian men lost their lives that day. You can't be joking about that. Third tackle now for the Panthers, the 45. Don't forget, we'll be live for the Roosters versus the Sharks right after this as well. Got to go, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Blaze, always a pleasure. Great stream as always. Stay safe, everyone. Appreciate you, Gary. Also noticed that you commented on one of our streams the other day saying you couldn't see the comments. It was because the game was already finished and you were watching a post-live. Oh, back on the inside here, Panthers. Taking down 10 metres away, fit tackle. Yeah, watch out for that rain, Gary. It'll get you. It will get you. The old rain will get you. But they're very experienced because they've never had sunlight in their lives. So they know how to get through the rain. Alright, so Knight 0 tackle here at the 5 after a knock on there from the Panthers. I would have preferred to have first tackle at the 10, to be honest with you, so I don't know why they didn't give it to him. The comments hadn't uploaded. Well, no, I think he thought that he was watching a live stream, but didn't realise he was watching a live stream, but just wasn't live because we'd already finished. Do you think certain people are still blaming you for the bye? This week the Knights are away, game over. They're about to score. It's guaranteed. 2 on 1, 2 on none. See you later. Oh, no! How are you not scoring there? Knights 20 metres out. Jack Coker got caught. They have to score this, surely. Surely. They got numbers galore. They got numbers galore. This is why they were 7-8. This is why they were 7-8. I know they're up 24-0, but this is why they were 7-8. This is why they were 7-8. This is why they were 7-8. Surf Right will start watching soon. Yeah, he'll start telling me about how he thinks that the Knights just scored a fantastic try to go up 6-0. Sometimes the chat comments don't update straight away after a live. Can take up to 24 hours. Oh, true. There you go. Like I said, that soup probably hurt less than watching this game. No, it's the YouTube and the comments and stuff that makes games like this. This game has been shit house. Knights deservedly are going to win the game. I think the Sharks win the next game pretty comfortably as well. Like, comfortably. So, Panthers, Blaze Salungi, Liam Henry, and Henry will be at the 45. I want a refund, KO. I feel like I still watch it via KO. WatchNRL.com, I feel like is still KO. Alright, Panthers now. How much Australian is it per month for KO? It's like $35 or something, no? I pay $40 internationally. But I can understand paying that internationally. Because otherwise I'd be so far behind if I watched on one of the illegal streaming websites. Which I could do, but people would just ruin the game. Knights at the 30, good flick pass. Second tackle, Kai Pearce-Paul. Kai Pearce-Paul. Kai Pearce-Paul, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, 30. No one followed him up, though. No one followed him up. They're getting line breaks galore right now, Newcastle. Out to the left on third tackle. Fletcher Sharp, they cross it. Back to Tyson Gamble. Gamble steps. He comes back across 25 metres out. Dane Gagai. And he'll get taken down about 22 metres away, fourth tackle. $25 a month for KO. I thought they raised the prices. Fifth tackle. Oh, there's a HIA coming up here. 40. Oh, so it is 40. Well, what's David speaking about then? So NRL is the best place to watch it when you are international. Well, no, you can watch it on illegal websites all you like, but I have to stream. So if I'm streaming, why would I want something that's like 2 minutes behind the actual live play? 45-ish. $45. It's not $45. KO for the month is not $45. Oh, Liam Henry's the one coming for HIA. And Liam Henry's played more minutes off the field than on the field today. He's going to be off for 25 minutes in total. As I move into Canada end of the year. No, you're getting away from Parramatta, are you? Ball Collector says, I only pay $25 for KO. Maybe it depends on what plan you choose. Yeah, probably. I remember there is multiple plans. Maybe it's for people who want to have like multi-screen or something. Shit, I don't know. Zach's in the middle of GWS Carlton game. KO started advertising Kings vs Patriots. Caribbean Premier League at 1 AM. I was so confused. That's random. But the Knights will give the ball off here to the Panthers at the 5. You were as confused as I am confused that you even mentioned that just then. So we're both confused. Oh, Biffo! Someone throw an uppercut! Boom, 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 boom! Give him the elbow. Give him the elbow. Throw an uppercut. Watch them win once I leave the country. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Once you leave the country, the Parramatta Eels are going to win. Once you leave the country, the Parramatta Eels are going to win the game. The Eels are going to win the competition. So penalty Panthers there. 40 for KO is extortion. Maybe domestically, internationally not so much, but maybe domestically I agree. But then again, as some people have said, $25 is what they're paying. Maybe $40 is for like the Ultra HD SD bloody big shaloop, you know. Jason, take the Eels to Canada with you. You probably could fit them on the flight. You probably could. And we would really highly encourage that. I hope Albanese is onto it as we speak. Shay, I wish I could. No, you don't. So the Panthers out to, like, they've done jack all day today. They've done jack. Panthers at 25, 4 tackle. They've done jack bananas, son. Panthers now at the 20. And now Panthers 15 out, fit tackle. Knowledgeable. No, you're not happening. You're not happening. I know you are. You're not happening. Knights will get out of the in goal. Well done. Well done. Sawadee Cup. So it's actually not cup. Jay, you are a male. It's Krupp. K-R-U-P. Otherwise, it's Sawadee Cup as a female. It's alright if you like a lot of sports, but if you're only interested in rugby league, it's a little steep. I agree, but for $40, what I have to pay internationally, it is only rugby league. I don't get AFL or all that type of stuff. But again, I understand it internationally speaking. K-R-U-P. Who knows, mate? Palace, Tottenham, Newcastle won cups. Maybe Para can. Para can't do nothing. Alright, so Newcastle will get that ball to the Panthers at the 20. This is a very slow second half. Isha says this game got me thinking Knights might take the comp this year. If the Knights take the comp this year, I give up. I'm not only never coming back to Australia and never streaming another NRL game again, but I'm also moving to Uzbekistan before flying to Tajikistan and changing my name. Can I laugh if we do in the next 5 years? Mate, your team is dog shit. Please don't start this, Andrew. Please. Please, can we not do this today, bro? Like, please just celebrate your win in peace. Like, please, I already had to deal with another idiot Eels fan last night. Like, come on, man. Like, you got your win, but come on, let's not pretend like the Eels are in any range of winning a comp in the next couple of years right now. So it's going to be a penalty here to the Panthers at the 30. I can't do it. I can't do this again. I already had to deal with old mate Buck last night. I already had to deal with old mate Buck saying where are the yield doubters now, as they're in 17th and they're going to jump up to a grand old total of 15th by the end of the weekend or 14th. I can't do it. I can't do it again. So it's going to be a captain's challenge here by Newcastle. That comment got me thinking you struggle intellectually. I'm sorry, but I don't really think that's true, but it's whatever. Sorry, nothing my club, my bad. But the issue is, Andrew, is that you do it by telling us that you're going to be, like, you called us literally stupid about a month and a half ago. I remember when you called us all stupid for telling you that the Eels are in no way, shape or form a team that are around the top 8 this season. You called us stupid for it. Why would you think that we now respond to you the way we do? Like, at what point did you think that that was going to get you through the rest of the season without getting slandered at every single opportunity? So, right-hand side here for the Panthers. Have you seen how, like... Panthers will score a try, so it's going to be 24-4 here with the kid to come. It's 24-4 with the kid to come. It's like, Andrew, you got to realize... Like, look, Brenton Eslick is currently up 24-4 in this game right now. They are 17th. They're probably going to be jumping out of last position unless they have a gigantic, enormous choke here in the last 22 minutes. But Brenton Eslick isn't going to tell us that we're all stupid for not believing in the Knights to make the 8 this year. That's the difference. So 21.5 minutes to go here in the game. And it should be 24-6 any moment now. They should be able to get this kick. What year PNG start? PNG meant to start 2027, but I believe they've been pushed back to 2028 or 2029. It's one of those 2 years. 2021, 2029 or 2028, one of the two. I'm pretty certain that, what's it called? Perth come in earlier. So that's Harrison Hassett on debut, by the way. Harrison Hassett on debut. We'll score that try. It's a great try. But unfortunately, it's just a little bit too late here for the Panthers, I reckon. If the Knights threw this game away from here, it'd be astounding. 20 minutes to go of the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Jan5 Money says Perth takes priority in 2027 now, so it's PNG 2029 with the 2018, possibly 2031. Yep. Perth coming with that City team. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. And Alamotti will get the kick. Skidamani says, yeah, like I'm a Broncos fan, I don't call everyone stupid for saying we're not going to make the top 5 because I know it's not going to happen and I'm not delusional like Andrew. Thing is, though, is that I think that some people don't realise a lot of the banter and shit that we have here, and I think that it's like, I'll say things like, you stupid, you're an idiot, but like, at the end of the day, it is all a bit of a laugh, but sometimes when you know people through these streams, you know the way they come and whatnot, you can tell the difference between when they're joking and when they're not joking. And it was just incredible when we were getting told that we're stupid for not believing the Eels were going to make the top 8. And I gave a legitimate answer. Like, I actually replied with a legitimate answer explaining why I didn't believe it. And then I got called stupid. So I was like, okay. Okay. Lane Ball says, comebacks on, lads. Comebacks on, mate. If the Knights throw, it'll be par for the course. There's no way the Knights lose. Surely not. 18 points the last 20 minutes to a reserve grade Panthers team is not acceptable. It's just not. Panthers now at the 45, they're away. Oh my gosh. Knights, don't do it to yourselves. Don't do it to yourselves. I beg for your fan base. I beg for your fan base, you don't do this to yourselves. 4 tackle now at the 20. They go out to the right. And Isaac Tungo. Oh my gosh, he's actually going to score. No, he's going to be held half a metre short. Oh, Knights, don't do this to yourselves. Come on, man. You couldn't possibly. Brad Schneider out of the corner, one-on-one. Caught by Jenkins, and he will be taken down 3 metres out. And they're going to call penalty to the Panthers. Are they going to say that he was tackled in air? Is that what they're saying? Honestly, don't know how the NRL is going to approach the comp with 20 teams. I wasn't alive in 95 and how it went. I feel like they'll go down the conference route. They will go down the conference route. Probably New South Wales, one conference, and outside of New South Wales, a second conference. I refuse to believe they throw this from here. But the way it's shaping up right now, the Panthers have a lot of momentum. At least for the Knights' sake, it is 18 points. They do need to convert all 3 of their tries, Panthers, just to tie it. They obviously can't win it within 3 converted tries. Any point in general from the Knights. The Knights haven't scored since the 25th minute. Any point in the next 19 minutes, 1 to whatever, is game over. So 10 metres out here with the Panthers. They score here, and they're actually genuinely back into the game because it'll be a 2-try game with like 18 minutes left of the game. All right, Mitch Kenny to Smith, then Leota, and Leota is 5 metres away, second tackle. Mitch Kenny, he'll go out to the left, Brad Schneider underneath the Tungo, good run, but he won't be able to get there. Third tackle, 10 metres away. Mitch Kenny to Brad Schneider off to Smith. Smith goes at himself, 4th tackle now at 5 metres away. Knights, you've got to hold this out. Mitch Kenny fakes it right, goes to the left. Oh, he's lost the ball. The Knights will get the ball. And it's not game over, but that was the chance. Duck says, come on, Knights 13 plus, sharper try, cash at halftime, put $25 on Panthers at halftime. Panthers aren't winning this game, bro. Knights 13 plus is sharper try. Why didn't you just leave it? Why did you have to why did you cash out? They're up 24-0. Why did you cash out? It might end up being the right decision, but I just don't understand why you bothered cashing out. 4th tackle. I know the Lions slumped choking. 24-0 though is a bit of a different story. 20-0, like my team was the one that came back on them to come back from 20-0 down. I get that. But 24-0 is a different story to a team for the Panthers, penalty nights, by the way. A team in the Panthers who have got no Nathan Cleary, no Brian To'o, no Dylan Edwards, no Isaiah Yeo, no Luke Garner, no Isaiah Papali'i, no everyone. They've got their whole team out. So it's like, yeah, the Knights got a couple of players out in Ponga and Saifidi, but overall, the Panthers should never have been winning this game from the start. That's why I tipped the Knights to win the game. I don't know why they were heavy favourites coming into this. I say this every single week, man. The Panthers get given heavy favouritism every single week based off of their history, their bookies. And I don't know why they always give the favouritism to the Panthers by a significant amount. It also means a lot of people are betting on the Panthers, but it makes no sense how they've been favourites every week. Knights here. That, my friends, is the game over. Game, set, match. Fletcher Shaw! That is a try-saver and a half. Thomas Jenkins has just saved a guaranteed try. Why did Fletcher Sharp not just put the ball down? Fletcher Sharp, that was a fantastic run, but unfortunately got a bit complacent and just didn't put the ball down. So it's going to be held up, and it's going to be Knights ball at the 10. He'd broken through, he was over the line, but Jenkins didn't give up, and you'll love to see that. And also, technically, if you want to go via consistency, that should be a penalty against Isaac Tungo there, which will also end the game because they'll go for the 2 and make it 26-6. What was the thing that happened the other night? Bulldogs and Dolphins. If they're calling that one a late hit penalty, then this is definitely. No foul play. Well, then what happened to the Dolphins-Panthers game? No, Dolphins-Bulldogs game on Thursday. So this, my friend, unless, does he get it down now? Does he get it down now? Does he get it down now? No, he's not going to get that ball down, man. I don't know why he doesn't put that ball down. I couldn't tell you. He should just dive for it, but a lot of players get a little bit cheeky around it. They get a little bit cheeky. So no try, and it'll be no penalty either, but it'll be Knights ball hit the 10, third tackle. Alright, they spread it out to the left, Gamble underneath. Now 5 metres away, Knights, you want to be fixing your points differential, so this is really good for you. You want to score again, like not just because you want to score, but because you need it for your points differential down the bottom end of the table. Fit tackle here 4 metres away, so don't just put the cue in the rack, you got to keep on going here. Keep on swimming. Wrong, Dolphins versus Comeback Kings game. What? Knights knock it back, Fletcher Hunt. And Panthers will get the ball here at the 12. I don't know what was happening there. Dane Laurie probably has the weakest defence in the world. Bloke's a cat up there with Reece Walsh. No, who was that Knights fullback a couple of years ago who literally ran away from Hamoli Olakwatu? Who was that one? I can't remember him. So Liam Henry passes HIA. Is that the same guy, Jay? Is that the same one? Alright, fit tackle here for... No, still 4 tackle. They get the numbers, but good cover defense there from the Knights. Too funny. Panthers at halfway. Kick this one. 15 minutes to go here in the game. Fletcher Sharp has definitely been the man of the match here. And it's a great run for Fletcher Sharp to the 40. Tux's Panthers do a miracle for luck. It's 0% chance, bro. Panthers are not winning this game. The Panthers cannot win this game, my friend. Knights now. 44 metres away here from the Panthers line. David Armstrong. No, it wasn't. No, it was the other one. There was David Armstrong and another guy, and Armstrong was playing well, and they just decided to switch it up to the other fullback, if you remember. I think he ended up going to the Super League, maybe? I can't remember, but it was another one. And knocked back from the Panthers. No, it's going to be knock on. No, it's a knock on from the Panthers. So Knights get the ball at the 10. Lachlan Miller, that's the one. Lachlan Miller, he ran away from Hamoli Olakwatu in that game against Manly. Paul says Wooden Spoon Panther. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, they will be last. They will be last, man. So by the end of the round, the two teams, so the Panthers will be in last, the Titans will be in second last. Titans are flying, mate. Organisation's fantastic. Hey, membership, why don't you go and charge a little bit extra? I know we averaged the highest average ticket price across the entirety of the NRL. I reckon you should just go and be a bit more greedy and go and ask for some more money. So Knights here at the ball at 13. Panthers winning the spoon this year is the NRL version of collecting all the Infinity Stones. It would be insane to see that happen. It would be insane. Alright, 5 metres away. Second tackle. Can the Knights enhance their points differential and guarantee the win here? 18 points is not a guaranteed win just yet. If they score right now in this set, it's well and truly game over, and it will help their points differential massively. Out of the right, Dan Gagai didn't pass it. Should have passed it. 9 metres out. Has a team gone... Oh, well, I asked this question before, Rysen, but I don't think so. And knock on there from the Knights. Okay, well, they're just putting the queue in the back at this point. Why would the Titans not charge the most for tickets? Fans always leave the stadium head high or smiles. Yeah, but at least the people who support the Titans and actually do support the Titans are legitimate fans comparatively to Melbourne Storm, who have never faced adversity. Besides when they actually cheated the competition. So, our fans deserve a lot better than our organisation. Unfortunately, I don't believe Storm fans until I've seen you go through adversity. I don't believe it. I don't believe anybody is a true and passionate die-hard Storm fan until you go through lean years. Rice just got in. You don't need to be sorry, bro. We're just trying to get to the end of this game. I can't believe the Wooden Spoon halfback is our origin halfback. What a crazy world we live in. Yep. Wooden Spoon halfback, Wooden Spoon winger, Wooden Spoon 13, Wooden Spoon fullback. That is the New South Wales team right now. If the Panthers win the spoon, does that count for one in a row? In New South Wales education, correct, yes. Yes. So fit tackle here at the 45. Wooden Spoon captain too, mate. Massive captain. Big captain. And that will be easily taken by Hunt. Knights bring out to 15. Don't forget, Roosters Sharks up next. Penalty to Newcastle of Knights. Penalty Newcastle of Knights. And New South Wales will still get the win. New South Wales couldn't win nothing. It cannot win nothing. Nothing. Not a single thing. Nothing, nada, zip, zilch, flippity flop. Nothing. The only thing they win is the lowest education score. So first tackle now for the Knights at the 42. 10 minutes to go here at the game. Hit that like button and subscribe. Alright lads, can we pack up and go home? I'm done with this game. Let's just move on to the next game. I agree. We're just delaying at this point. We're just delaying. Can I just put my feet up? I just want to put my feet up and do the Roosters Sharks game. If you haven't subscribed to BKRtravel yet, go and do it. It's the most consistent channel on the planet. BKRtravel is actually officially the most consistent channel on the entirety of the planet. It was officially ranked across the entirety of the world. Most consistent channel in history. So Knights ball here at the 20. Fletcher Sharp taking down the 20 as well. Fit tackle. So you have to go and subscribe to BKRtravel. Officially the most consistent channel in the world. Dan Gagai still going. Pass it off. Pass it off. Surely try. Surely try. Surely try. No, held up. Good work. New South Wales win the trophy for the shittest cricket stadium. Don't think that has anything to do with anything that we're talking about, but sure. But SCG, is the SCG the fifth test again this year? Oh, it's always going to be on at the same time that it's always raining in Sydney. Jeez, that stadium pisses me off. Alright, second tackle. The Panthers going to get away. Thomas Jenkins at the 33rd tackle. 9 minutes to go of this travesty. And the scariest thing is the Sharks could put a score on the Roosters in this next one, man. We could be in for a long second game too. We haven't scored in the second half. I'm not impressed. I actually nearly wouldn't be. You'd be happy with your first half. Second half, you wouldn't be a great deal impressed by. You're not going to play a team with 7 of their starting players out every week. Who is in the 16th, even with him, really. And Fletcher Hump gets smacked at the 15. We're actually getting pretty close now to 31,000 as well. Second tackle, the 25. As a New South Wales person, I agree. Fair enough. Panthers fans 2025, Ledman Cook, Cleary, PRB needed wooden spoon. Oh, is that not a grab of the hair? Yeah, that's a grab of the hair there. Yeah, that's a penalty to the Knights. I don't think Alamotti deliberately did it. I think he's just trying to grab him. Oh, it wasn't even Alamotti. I think he's trying to grab him by the scruff of his shirt. I don't even think that he got his hair. I think he just pulled him by the shirt there. But I don't think he grabbed him by the hair. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's going past the collar. That should be fair game, man. That shouldn't be grabbing him by the hair. I disagree with that call. But then again, I did call it live too. So I can understand why Belinda got it wrong. So first tackle now at the 30. What mullet was pulled? I think it was Fletcher Sharp. That's a Jalen Brunson type flop from Sharp. Dude, the Knicks suck, man. What are they doing? Second tackle. Can the Knights fix their points differential? They've been here plenty. Third tackle, 15 meters away. 7.5 minutes left. That's a knock on from the Knights, and Panthers get the ball. Oh, this last 7.5 minutes is going to be a dribble first. It's going to be a dribble first. Dribble first. I don't think the NBA is going to get too heavy of a viewership this year in the finals, especially if it's Indiana versus Oklahoma. That's not going to be a massive. That's not going to be a massive viewership intake. Skunkle, are you still here, by the way? Who are you bandwagoning now that the Timberwolves are about to get knocked out like I told you they would? Knicks remembered who they were. Yeah, no, that is the very next thing to do. Second tackle here for the Panthers, the 25. Leota, crunch down. 22 meters out. Yep, Sharks Roosters next. That's where we'll get it going. Six minutes left. Jeez, my brain is just out of it. And the Panthers lose the ball, so nice ball at 35. My brain's just out of it right now. Just pisses me off that Indiana is going to make the finals. Yeah, but I don't think Indiana will win. Alright, so 6 again for the Knights. Now they'll be at the 25. Coffee even. Oh, that's a good shout. That's a good shout, actually. A nice little coffee. I do have coffee stuff here. I could go down and grab one in between. Do I have time? I don't know if I have enough time in between to go down. We have a coffee place in the hotel. Third tackle here, it's like a residence. It's not like a... Damn, 85-7. There was a rugby score that just happened. Moana Pacifica got beaten 85-7 by Chiefs. And field goal. Bang! Count that shit. 25-6. 25-6 for the Knights with 5 minutes to go to the game. Jack Cogger will ice it in. How's the coffee over there? Depends where you go. Coffee's not bad. It's not bad. Much better than India's coffee. India's coffee sucked really bad. Blaze looking more and more like the hippie he's always wanted to be. Mate, if I was a hippie, I'd start... I don't do this even further. Sit like this the whole time, you know? Maybe get... Oh, I do have something from India that could even make me look more hippie. You not out on the #Brady hunt? #Brady hunt in Thailand? What? It's what happens when you play an 8-man rotation. I'll never forgive Tom Thibodeau for not subbing out D Rose. You reckon you won't ever forgive him? So Knights taken down here at the 45. That was a real nail biter. This is a real nail biter game, this one. Best highlight of Cogger's career. Well, I would say that it's probably winning the premiership with the Panthers, to be fair, but, each to their own. I would say that it was coming on for Jerome Luai in the grand final and then coming back would be my suggestion, but, each to their own. For tackling in the 28. Now to Cogger. Cogger steps, and that's a nice step, but he gets taken down 10 metres away. Fit tackle. Go for another field goal, you Cats. Go for another field goal, you Cats. And, they're going to score a try. They're going to Fletcher Sharp. No, he's dropped the ball there. And it's going to be a Panthers ball 1 metre away from the line. And it'll be a penalty as well. To Knights. Penalty to the Knights. There was an offside against the Panthers here. So Knights will get. You can go for the 2 if you want. 27-6. You would be spewing right now if you if you decide to cash out on a Knights 13 plus and Fletcher Sharp to score a try bet. Indian Coffee, that's good. Okay. So first tackle now at the 5. Knights are boring even when they're winning. You're not wrong, dude. You're really not wrong. It's amazing how correct you are. Cappy's dog days were his highlight. Jack Cogger was a dog? I didn't even know that. Well, I probably did know that. I just can't think of it right now because I'm trying to stay awake during this. Knights will not score. They'll be like centimetres away. Knights again go from dummy and they'll be held up, so they'll have to come back out of the 10. 85-7 by the Chiefs, yeah. Rugby is boring to watch, so the rapid recap will be a long one. Only way to watch rugby highlights. I don't mind it, unlike other people, but I can understand where you're coming from, especially considering the ball's only in play for like 33 minutes or some shit. When you go to Vietnam, because apparently Vietnamese coffee is amazing. Vietnamese coffee is amazing. I'll be going to Vietnam after I finish this. Go see my dad, and then hopefully come back to Thailand for a little bit. And that's going to be fit tackle. So 2 minutes to go here at the game. Don't forget, in about 13 minutes' time, I'll be live for the Sharks versus the Roosters, guys, which hopefully is a big game. But I do think the Sharks can win that one quite comfortably. But definitely be here for that one. We've only got 2 minutes left to this game. But he's not in India. Not in India. Not in India currently. Oh, man, just finish this game, please. We just want to move to the next one. We just want to move to the next one, man. At least the biggest positive of this stream was that I didn't officially die from that Thai's soup, even though it was really odd. And also, I unveiled the new hippie pants. And that's a forward pass / knock-on / everything that you could possibly call. And there's definitely a knock-on there for the Panthers. How's Belly for soup? It's not too bad right now. Not too bad. 2 minutes left, but this game will finish tomorrow somehow. Yep, 1:12 left. As long as there's no challenges. I don't think either have challenged, so maybe that's why we haven't seen a pointless challenge at the moment. Any movements? I am sweet, man. I am sweet. The only thing I'm not sweet with is the fact that the clock is still at 50 seconds to go. Well, at least for the Knights will now go from 17th into... Oh, wait. They're up by 21. They had to win by 30 to go by the Roosters right now. They'll go into 14th for the time being. If the Roosters lose by like 10 points, they go below the Knights. The only challenges left in this game is watching the last of it. 30 seconds to go. You're spot on there. You're spot on there. That's what they all say. I'd tell you. You guys who have been long-term viewers of the channel know that my streams have taken a bit more of a kind of don't care attitude anymore. Like, it's like now I will swear occasionally. We talk about real shit. Like, it's not the same as it used to be. So it's like, I'll tell you. 1 second to go. And that, my friend, is the game of the over. The Knights win 25-6. The Panthers will go to last, and that will be where they finish the round in. They are last, and that is where they will finish the round in, man. So there we go, guys. I'll be back on in 10 minutes' time for the Sharks and the Roosters game. Roosters lose by 10. The Knights go up actually out of the bottom 4 for the time being. And the Sharks, they're trying to put themselves into contention for that first spot, especially with that Bulldogs loss. The Sharks need to win to keep in touch with the Storm, the Raiders, the Warriors, and the Bulldogs. But anyway, guys, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you in 10 minutes' time. And I appreciate you guys for your donations and also for watching as per usual. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya. Salada.